Hello, hello, and welcome to Breakthrough Your Art and Open Studio Creative Expression Sessions today on Wednesday. What day do we got today? Is it the 12th of March? Excited to be going into spring. Glad to have you here. Thank you so much for seeing what we're doing. Please come and join us. Make art with other artists around the country. It's always fun. Sometimes it's a small group, myself and a couple of folks. Sometimes it's a large group with a half a dozen people. And we're starting to roll out intensives coming up next month. We're doing one on April 1st, 2nd, and 3rd, a 3-day intensive. And we're going to keep having these free open studios every Wednesday. It's really a joy to watch other people make art. It's such great to make art with other people right now, to have that commonality, that expressing creativity, to be critiquing each other, giving each other suggestions, feedback, guidance, support. Such a good thing to do. So I'm really glad to have you here. We're going to get started in just a couple minutes and looking forward to another fun day of art making. All right. I'm going to continue with this portrait that I've been working on for the last few weeks of a friend of mine, and going back and forth on some of these abstractions and these landscapes. For me, it's been really fun. I've been teaching live recently at the AHA School here in Telluride, Colorado. Just taught a really nice class on creative floral expression, which was really cool to have these beautiful flowers all around us, thinking of Valentine's Day and spring to make beautiful artwork. And we just did another one, creative expressive painting, which is so fun. Expressive painting, it's my jam. It's what I love to do with people and myself. And then also we've got an expressing grief and healing through art class that I do live here in person as well. And then we've got these online classes. So stay tuned and see if you can join us. And we'll see what happens today. Every time we do an open studio, it's an unknown. It's exciting to see who shows up, what kind of artwork people are going to be making, what kind of breakthroughs people have. It's the networking. It's all really good. Excellent. All right. Stay tuned and we will get ready. All right. Well, I'm going to get myself set up. Let's see who decides to come in and make some artwork. Working on this portrait still, good friend of mine. Going on that again. Got one of these cool little erasers this time, which I had a while ago and I forgot about, missed. This one here, these are cool. And they just a little pen eraser. Get some hyper detail. And then I got this one that I bought. Eh, Oh, it looks like it's out of battery, but it's cool. You put a little battery in it and it's like a mechanized eraser. All right, let's see here. All right, we got Michael be coming in late today. Just let me know. Yeah, we keep this open. Keep this open, especially for people that like to keep coming back and forth. I mean, that's what's so fun about the open studio is they're getting this consistency. They're making this communication, this friendship with other artists, and they're building on their own artistic skill at the same time. And that's, the really exciting part. All right, we got Stephen Chandler joining us. All right, all right. Welcome back, Mr. Chandler. Good to see you in your studio there in North Carolina.
Good afternoon.
How are you doing?
Well, pretty good actually. How are you?
Good. Doing pretty well the same. Nice to see you in your studio. I know you've had some new work that's been coming your way and making the time sound like it was a bit of a balance. Is that working out for you now?
I don't know yet. I took a new position at work and it's more nights and
Uh-huh.
a mixed schedule with more managerial running the kitchen kind of thing. Uh,
Uh-huh.
But I am leaving the other job, the weekend part-time job I had, at the end of the month, I gave them a 1 month's notice. So that's going to free up some time. And I think I can work this time back into my schedule.
Excellent.
Wednesdays in the afternoons. Yeah. But I haven't had a day off in pushing 2 months. I've
Wow.
worked every day.
You
So,
are dedicated worker. That's good. Sometimes you got
well,
to
they offered a lot of money, so I took it.
do. Have you ever got into they have out there like being a private chef for people's
Oh,
homes?
yeah.
Is that something?
I've done a little bit of private chef work. I have some wealthy clientele or occasionally needs a party or something. I'll come into
Nice.
their house and cook up some stuff.
Oh, that sounds
Doesn't
good.
happen often.
Yeah.
I do enough in the restaurant.
All right.
uh,
Cool, cool. Good to see you, man. It's been a couple months.
same. Nice little pencil drawing you got there.
Yeah, I'm doing a portrait of a friend of mine I've been working on.
Nice. Those are
Yeah.
always fun.
Yeah, to keep going with it and keep developing it. It's been a kind of a multi-week project. Have done portrait work in some time, so it's been really fun to kind of jump into portrait work with people that like really appreciate or family members or
Yeah,
it's nice. It's really nice to make it personal.
I agree. I agree.
Yeah.
I just 5 minutes ago, the Amazon truck just dropped off a package, and a book I've been wanting, I finally ordered, came in. The
Oh,
artist's
wow, the
handbook.
artist's handbook of
I'm getting into
materials
it.
and techniques. That looks hefty.
Yeah, she's a
That's
big boy.
pretty big. That's awesome. Wow.
I've been wanting it for a while, because it has good formulas for some of the old school oil painting setups, for gessoing and doing like I want to do a gesso coat that uses chalk or
Mhm.
plaster
Yes, I've
uh, on
heard.
on canvas so that I
Yeah,
can. Normally, you only do it on like a hardboard or something. You don't want
right.
too much flexing of that. But there's a recipe supposedly in here that you can do like a chalk based ground gesso on canvas.
Oh, that's
And
fantastic.
so the only way to know is to get the book. So I did.
Well,
And
once you figure that out, let me know. I'd like to know about that. I've only done it on hardboard.
yeah, me too. I got the idea out of this book that I found at the local used bookstore. It's Richard Schmidt's. Terrible. Let me move. I can get it better.
I've seen
Richard,
that before.
yeah, great book. Great book.
Yeah, yeah.
He might be one of my most favorite recently deceased painters. The man was amazingly good. But
Awesome.
he mentions this book in it, in this book, and he wrote
Oh,
this
he
back
does.
in maybe the 70s. I don't have to.
That's kind of where you heard about it.
Yes.
Very nice.
Yeah,
Very
he
nice.
wrote. Yeah, it was published 1973 for this, but I know he mentions this book, and it goes back. Original printing was 1940.
Is it like an abridged edition where they've added to it decade after decade?
Yeah, it's the fifth edition,
There you
revised
go.
and updated.
Cool. That could be a good book to get from my library.
Yeah, there was another book he mentions in there, and I already had it, which was kind of cool. Where did I put it? I was reading it, and I got books stacked everywhere. I wonder if I took it up to the house. There is another book about being an artist or something like that, and it's an old book. And I had a copy of it. I have a copy of it, but I don't see it.
Mhm.
And it is recommended by Schmidt. He also talks about it in. He talks about it in the book on figure drawing, and I believe he's mentioned it even in like the Alla Prima book, but I don't see it.
So what kind of techniques are you wanting to learn?
I think I'm gonna switch to or to oil.
Uh-huh.
I uh I have a full set of oil. I collected all my acrylic set, all the pigments. I have the same pigments in oil.
Uh-huh. Nice.
Um,
What kind of oils are you using?
Holbein, like these right here.
And you're working with like Gamsol?
Uh, I haven't decided yet. I
Mm-hmm.
have liquid. I have
Yeah.
linseed oil, turpentine, and then I have Galkid.
Galka works pretty good.
Yeah, I got a bottle of Galkid. I've played with it a little, but I don't know yet. Richard
You've
Schmidt
got, you've
think,
got the ventilation for it.
oh yeah, I got three
Yeah.
big garage doors, and I got the other door, and I've got fans and everything for doing it. I've painted oils out here before,
Uh-huh.
but I kind of jumped into this acrylic thing and just hadn't looked back in a while.
Yeah,
But
yeah. I got into these water-based. I told you about these water-based oils. For
yeah,
me, I just got away from the using the gal kit and the Gamsol and having to store all the waste, and then go and bring it to hazardous waste just because you end up getting gallons and gallons of kind of the used stuff. But it does
well,
have it has its benefits for sure.
yeah, I have metal trash cans. A little one over by the
You're jumping about and you're frozen. I can't hear you.
flat filled with oil.
There you are. Good. You were frozen there for a bit.
Oh, sorry, I moved the camera. So not using turpentine makes everything fairly safe. Um, you only rarely need turpentine except thinning paint in the beginning. So I'm not too worried about the odors of turpentine killing me because that
Yeah,
shit's
I didn't mind the odor so much, and I liked the Gamsol actually. I found that to be really effective. I just
yeah,
didn't like storing it all, when you have all the dirty water, and
yeah,
I would get like these giant mason jars like this big, Steven, and just
yeah,
keep pouring into it, and then I have like a few gallons. Then you bring it to a hazardous waste where you can dump it, and then
yeah.
you kind of go fresh again.
Well,
Yeah, because there's all kinds of containers and great ways to store it. But yeah, hey, well, there's a beauty to traditional oil painting, no doubt, and that's awesome. You want to get back into that. I think it'll definitely add some. I think it might pair up a bit with the charcoal work you do. I think it may give
yeah,
you some more of that flexibility that you're not
yeah.
getting with acrylics.
So in this book with Richard Schmidt, he talks about there is actually a section in here on charcoal figurative work, right?
Yeah.
And he does three pictures he talks about in here, and they get more complex in the layering system as you go. First one's on paper, and he uses acetone to splatter and smudge the charcoal's first wash layer over the paper.
Uh-huh.
Tone evaporates real quickly and nicely, leaves no residue. And then he does the spray fixative after
Yeah.
that. But he'll also do charcoal on hardboard,
Mm-hmm.
or he'll use the Conte crayons. I think that's how you
Oh,
say
those are
them.
good.
Yeah,
Yeah.
like chalk. It's like pressed chalk, basically.
Yeah.
Um, he'll he gesso's hardboard with a texture. He likes a very heavily textured gesso, and then he does a whole acetone splatter charcoal wash, and then he does
Interesting.
his figure drawing over it.
Uh-huh.
And then because it's on a hardboard and it's charcoal and gesso, he can spray a fixative over the charcoal and paint over that with oil painting. So you
That's
can go
pretty
from
cool.
charcoal into an oil and then ultimately dry and you varnish and done. So
Cool.
that
That's
is the
exciting.
ultimate goal I am
There you
shooting.
go.
That's partly why I need the book because I've got
I think,
stacks of masonite over here, the other
yeah,
side of my studio, and I've got stacks of
that's going
plywood.
pretty quick, man. I could see you jumping in on that pretty soon, huh?
Yeah, I have mostly everything to do it. Just a matter of oh no, I don't. The one thing holding me back is acrylic. It's like a 24 by 18. I want the
Okay.
same thing, and it's 1/4 inch glass. I want a 1/4 inch glass piece for oils. I don't want to scrape the acrylic off and then do
I
oils and then
think,
scrape the oil off to go back to.
yeah, you could get like even from a place that has like used windows, sometimes you get like a double
Yeah.
pane window. I mean, that is really nice for oils. You
Oh
just
yeah.
have a nice heavy piece of glass and you get a few of them so you can, get a pretty large palette, like 3 or 4 of them. And then
Oh
you
yeah.
just have the big scrapers. I mean,
Yeah.
that's the way to go. I mean, that's the beauty of oils right there versus acrylics that you can't do, that you can just scrape it totally clean, you
Yeah.
know, a really nice thing. I like it.
Yeah. I mean my acrylics I just let build up on the palette, but
Yeah,
I have scraped that thing before and that's a chore because everything dries to it, whereas
exactly.
the oils stay nice and soft. So I I'm getting ready. That is my current venture is transferring to oils. So most of the winter, all I did was charcoal stuff. Like here's a weird one. You want to
Yeah,
see?
show us a charcoal. I haven't seen one of your charcoals in a while.
Oh, I'm about to drop it.
Uh-huh. Like a creature or something.
Eyes.
Person. Yeah. Show me another one.
Uh,
Show me one of your more complex ones.
I don't know about complex, but there's like this one. It's pretty good size.
I remember you were working on that. That's very nice. I like it. I like how you got that nice flower there in the background, right at the
Yeah.
top of the grass. That's really cool. It carries through. It has a nice diagonal to the eye of the stork.
Yeah. Nice little balance to them.
Hmm.
There's that. Yeah, there's a bunch. I gotta move piece of paper. Some of these maybe I've shown you.
What else you got for us, Steven?
There you go.
Well, that's pretty wild. I remember one of the last times we were talking, you were interested in putting like an accent of a color. So like that's what you did there with that little bit of accent of the red, like on a crown. It's like a
Yep.
warrior crown or something. That's wild. It's got some really crazy depth to it around like the bottom of the chin.
Thank you.
Yeah.
So that's a recent one too. Um,
I can't wait to see you paint like that.
yeah,
I think
that's
you could get that in the oils because of the reduction, the fact that you could scrape and add and scrape like you're
yeah.
doing with your eraser.
Some of these I think you've seen. Oh yeah, here's one I really like.
What's the red band?
I don't know. I was just wanting to put red on it somewhere, and I don't think. I mean, it kind of looks like a band. It was supposed to, I think, be like a nameplate on your chest, on his chest maybe, but it comes across as a band. So I just
Okay.
left it like that. But
Yeah,
yeah,
that's a trip. Like it's got a weird mask on.
it was fun. On
You
like
see
a
you see that difference, right? You see that difference of the you've got this like there's a different type of depth and modality with your charcoal work than your acrylics.
Yeah. I've got this on the easel at the moment. I don't quite know what it's going to be, but I am seeing some things that
And things. And is that just on paper or is that on board?
Arches watercolor paper smooth.
Yeah, that's nice. That smooth watercolor paper is great for charcoal work.
Yeah, it is. I've been really liking this paper. There's another one. It's like somewhere in the stack. Some things just didn't work out. There was this. I don't
Yeah,
know.
that's a pretty special piece, man. It's got some power to it.
Yeah.
Yeah. I know we've talked about like Frank Auerbach's work and Giacometti. It's
Uh-huh.
got some of that intensity.
Yeah.
Good. It's really good.
Um,
So what are you working on now? What do you want to work on for the next hour?
I just enjoy talking with you a lot lately, or right now has been nice. But I have this canvas on the easel right now,
Uh-huh.
uh, and I want to paint over what's on it. And it's a canvas I stretched onto a hardboard. I wanted to just play where instead of around a set of stretcher bars, I uh, um, just
And
stapled it down
is that on charcoal or are you working with
acrylic.
what's very nice.
I need to set up my um, tripod to full length.
Did you get that invitation I sent you there about the 3-day intensive in April?
I did. I did.
Is that
What
going to work?
days do you?
Does that work with your
I need
schedule?
say it again. You're a little muffled.
Does that work with your schedule?
What were the times? I'm gonna need
7 to 9 p.m. your time.
7 to 9 p.m.
Yeah, 5 o'clock Mountain Time.
It was 3 days in a row. What were the days
Yeah,
again?
Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday.
I might be able to work that out.
Cool. That'd be great.
April, beginning of April.
Yeah,
Three evening classes in a row.
yeah, 3 2-hour sessions in a row. We'll have prompts, discussions, feedback. Yeah, it'd be fun. And then we'll have an online exhibition on Artsy after that, and there'll be a fourth day that'll be like another Zoom get together to talk about the work that you finished, that you're presenting, making sure everything's photo ready, and then I'll go for on exhibition from there. Yeah, check it out. I made the price really reasonable. I want to make some stuff happen for people. I think it'll be much more, it'll be like doing this, but it'll be consecutive, the same people working on work, everyone's starting at the same time with something blank and creating work together, and then having private work time, and then hopefully having time to work outside of the class as well, before or after. So 6 hours of kind of screen time, and then hopefully people put an extra hour a day in, so you get like 8 to 10 hours. Then we'll follow up maybe the following Tuesday. And so it gives people a few days to finish some work. Yeah, see if it works for you.
Let me look at my schedule a little bit. Just, working in a restaurant.
I know.
They want
I,
me there more nights. That's the thing.
yeah, that's what you just said. I wanted to make it later for someone like yourself on the East Coast that could get it after work because you were
I
taking early
know.
before.
my schedule changed. But I do currently 2 a.m. shifts a week right now. And I'm sure I can schedule myself a third that week.
Yeah.
I feel like I could do it. Yeah. Let me look at some things. I'll know more tomorrow or by next week for sure.
Cool. That sounds great.
How many people do you have in it or possibly in it?
I've got a few people already interested, and we're gonna only run it if it has a minimum of 5, so that at least it's a good group.
If I get in it, would you think you'll have 5?
If you get in it, you'll get close. It'll get close to that. Of course, I'll refund anybody if it doesn't work, but the idea is to try and get 5, so that's what we're working on. 5 or more, maybe 8 would be great.
If I can schedule the time, I'll do it.
Sweet. Awesome. Let's dive into some work for like 45 minutes, come back, see what you got going on.
Okay.
Sound good?
Yeah.
Cool. I think Michael's joining late. Life has said he had to deal with a car. Rose is sick. So people come and go, with this open studio on Wednesdays.
Oh yeah, I know.
Right.
I don't know what the hell I'm gonna paint on it, but I know I'm painting over it.
All right, we got Rose joining us. Nice. I don't know if you guys have met yet.
Somebody's in.
Hey, Rose, you there? There she is. All right.
Hi, I feel.
Good to see you. You feeling
Hey,
okay?
Rose.
Hi.
Have
Ooh.
you met Steven before?
I don't think so.
What? We go way back. What are you talking about?
Oh, hi, Stephen. That's right.
How you doing,
I
Rose?
remember you guys talking like a month ago or something.
Yeah, before the last time. Dog got-
All right. Well, we were just having a lively discussion about all different modalities of art making, and Steven just picked up some really cool books and talking about some different ways of kind of gessoing on canvas using natural chalk materials and using more traditional oil paints. So we were just getting ready to jump into some work.
Good, because I need to do some work.
Good. I know you posted in that WhatsApp group that you got something finished there, so that's exciting.
Yeah. I was out this morning with the plein air group that I have,
Oh, good.
and I started
Oh,
something,
fun.
and it just looks like a bunch of scratches, but now I want to work on it.
All right. Maybe you can make some more scratches.
Yeah, that sounds good.
That
Daniel.
sounds good. That sounds good.
Yeah,
Cool. Well, we were gonna work for like 30, 45 minutes and talk more. I think one or two more people might be jumping in a little late.
that sounds great.
Yeah.
But this motivates me because by myself I don't do too much.
Yeah.
I need the company.
Yeah. Well, that sounds good. And I was just telling Steven about this 3-day intensive I'm going to be hosting on April 1st, 2nd, and 3rd.
I
And
see it.
yeah,
Yeah.
in the late afternoon. So it'll be start at 7 o'clock Eastern time. Where are you? Are you Eastern time, right?
Yes, Eastern. Yeah.
It would be 7 to 9 p.m. Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, first 3 days of April.
Okay. Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday. Yeah, that's good. What time? Oh, in the evening. That's good. It's
Yeah.
Wednesday mornings I have the plein air painting.
Okay. Cool. Well, then that could actually be fun. Maybe you can build on something from that you carry into the kind of the middle of the workshop.
Yeah.
Excellent. I'm going to post a couple things here in the chat for you guys. It'll be a link to that program. And both of you are in the WhatsApp group already. So I'll put that in there for anyone else that joins in that might need it.
Okay.
And then also, if you guys are so inclined and you feel like it and you want to give me a Google review, that's always appreciated. Try to
Okay.
get more people in here. Rose, what are you going to work on today? Show us what you got.
Okay. In the plein air. I was by the beach down there by some woods and some little thing, and
Well, that's very nice. Stephen, what do you think? Take a look.
Let me see what you got again. I can't see her screen at the moment. Oh, there we go. Here we go.
I'm going to pin her screen.
it was like the mangroves and some bushes and then some water on the ground, and
It's got a really nice feeling to it. The first thing that comes to me is like it feels like it'd be nice if either the tree on the left or the tree on the right, something was higher. You
yeah.
had more depth of change.
Yeah, I'm still moving around. I'm still changing the composition a bit. So
Mhm.
yeah.
Yeah, you got it. Create that balance. You got mid ground, foreground, background.
Yeah. I'm still messing around. That was just about 10, 15 minutes of it, but I want to get into it. Now I have a nice picture of this.
Cool.
So when you're doing your plein air course, is it all watercolor or
No.
is it
You see, I use oil, but my oils come out like looking like watercolors because I'm very timid about it, and I just make washes with oil. Actually,
okay?
actually,
That's
oil,
okay.
very thin oil. And
Yeah.
That's all right. Then you can bring it back to the studio and paint over it quicker.
that's right. That's what I'm going to do now. Just put some layers down on there.
Yeah.
Sounds
I've done really heavy oil painting out in the field, and there's definitely like there's some tricks to even traveling where you can be abroad and you can, put a lot of paint on it and you can like let's say you have it on a canvas board, right?
yeah,
I'll have to find one for you guys and you can put like little nipples on the corners and then you can like sandwich two canvases together.
yeah,
So and then you
Oh
can
yeah.
you could travel with it and put it in a bag, and the painting doesn't get messed up because it's got like it's like a sandwich, but it's not touching. It's
yeah,
got a spacer in the middle.
yeah. That sounds good.
Mhm.
Yeah, that can work really effectively, even if you're painting on paper, but if you're painting on canvas for sure.
Well, mine was real thin and scratchy looking, so I just threw it in the bag. It didn't change it much.
Sometimes traveling with it, you get some more marks on it, and that might be more fun.
Yeah. Yeah.
Cool. All right. Well, let's paint for a little bit and make some marks. I'm going to keep working on this drawing I have. I'll post a couple things here in the chat for a minute. And I look forward to seeing what you guys are working on. See if we can make some bold moves. When you think about 45 minutes, you kind of think about like how many marks can you make in 45 minutes?
Lot.
How few marks can you make or how many marks can you make? How can you make them really intentional? If you were to make 100 marks in the next 45 minutes, can you be really, really intentional about where they're going, one on top of the other, the darks, the lights, the contrast,
Yeah.
the composition? So that's what I kind of want to push you guys on right now. Is this you both got something you're already pre-worked on? See
Yeah.
what you can do. See what you can do of like really intentional,
I'm
bold change.
I'm not gonna try to copy the paint the photo or anything, but there's a picture of the place where I was at.
Yeah, so you see how that tree on the left goes off the top?
Yeah.
So that creates more of that balance. But you were already there. So you have a photo, you were there, your body remembers it, your mind remembers it. I
And
would say just put the photo to the side and use what you've already started and just have fun.
maybe I'll do that. Last time you gave me a tip like that, I did well.
Good.
Thank you.
You got it. It's great having you here. I love it.
Thank you.
All right, let's get some work done.
All right. Thanks. I'll keep it like this, a little corner. Yeah. All right. Let me get my brushes out. Yeah.
All right, I put a couple of things in the chat. I'm gonna get working on my drawing here, pull up that photograph of my friend again, see what kind of change I can make.
Okay.
Yeah.
Can I see what you're doing?
Yeah, so I'm continuing working on this
Oh,
portrait here.
that
My
portrait.
friend.
Yes.
Yeah, and trying to really kind of just keep developing. I took the glasses out and deciding to make more emphasis on the face. And
Okay.
then, I'm gonna
Yeah, that's
just
your
look
friend.
more at the structure and trying to capture it a little better. I've got some other work that I did this week, but I don't have it with me here, a larger abstract painting that I'm gonna bring back to I have in another studio space.
Okay. Go to work then. Thank you. I'm
You
going.
got it.
Yeah. 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 Oh, I love that, Stephen. It's beautiful.
What?
I like it. I love it. I love it. I love those colors.
Oh, thank you.
It's beautiful.
Feel like my easel's all wobbly. I don't know what's loose. I gotta go around tightening knobs.
Yeah. Nice easel.
Thank you.
All right, let's go.
Oh, that's what's loose. All right.
All right, man. Yeah. Ah, I see. I see. I see. Yeah. Yes, baby. All right. Blue, blue, blue. Yeah. Yeah. It's just gonna be I got lost for a minute.
It's okay.
I got lost.
Lost in the woods of Zoom.
Exactly.
Well, good. I'm glad you jumped back in.
Somebody called me, and a great, great artist. He's
Oh,
a
cool.
painter. And he's having a show. And he's just fantastic. What the hell is this card? Wow. What a mess. Damn. I don't know where it went.
Well, post it in the WhatsApp group when you find it.
Okay, I will. I will. Here's one of his paintings. Quickly. Take a look.
Oh, that's really nice. It's so small. Is
Yeah,
that
well,
a
the
reproduction?
card. He paints big, and he is fantastic. He's like a I consider him a master. He's very like,
Fantastic.
yeah, he's really good.
Good. I love it.
I'll try to catch up to him now. Yeah. Okay. His name is Maurice Borg, and he reminds me of Marc Chagall.
That's nice.
Yeah, he's really, really good.
What's his name?
Maurice Barkowski. Barkowski. Maurice. Let's see. I'll send you the card.
All right.
Having a Maurice Bardakovsky. He's really something.
Where's his studio?
In St. Petersburg. I'm in St. Petersburg, Florida.
So he's a local near you.
Yeah, well, he's in New York also, but he comes here in the winter. So he lives in both places. He's absolutely fantastic.
Nice.
Yeah. I consider him a master.
It's nice when we have artists that we look up to.
Yeah. I don't usually hear. He called me out of the blue. He's having one of those the whole neighborhood. It's a neighborhood here. They have artist colonies, right? There are two,
Right.
and the whole neighborhood. They're all artists, and they have like a visiting show for. They put it out on the street, and people come by. It's really amazing place.
That's cool.
Yeah.
And he actually called you on the phone.
He actually called me on the phone. I know. I bow every time I see him. I do. Yeah. He's got, I mean, big pieces in every museum, I think. Yeah. He's for real. He's really something.
Good.
Wow. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
All right, let's spend a few more minutes talking again.
Okay.
Yeah, these go kind of quick here. I added a lot more dark value to my piece, which I'm enjoying. I think I'm going to finally start working on the background. So it feels like it's starting to come together and kind of incorporate some oceans and waves into his body. I think that'll be fun. What did you guys do? Steven, you got a dog that came out of that painting from, I didn't even recognize that before, so that's cool.
Yeah, I see if I can move the tripod here.
Oh, and did you do like a red underpainting to start?
Yeah.
Excellent.
Wow.
It's a work in progress.
Yeah, everything is.
It's canvas stretched onto a hardboard. I wanted to
Okay.
paint something with no flex to it.
Yeah.
And I've just been playing with it. This is like 3 layers in. It's not done yet, but it's getting there.
Got a
Yeah.
lot of texture. I like that. He's got a texture.
Yeah.
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 You
I
can
should
really
probably look
feel
at the
that.
dog so that I get their proportions right. But
You can really tell based on the black that you've put in there, in that blue, to start to get the depth under the chin and then the ears. What's nice is you're keeping it a bit abstract, you're keeping it to your own interpretation of the dog, and you got some good foreshortening there.
yeah.
And I think that's really strong, putting the red underneath and then a little bit of red coming through right there. It was like it's
Yeah.
called or something.
Luminous Opera.
It's
It's
what?
like a neon pink.
What
Probably
is
should
it?
put this red on the camera, but it should glow under black light.
Oh, that'll be nice.
Oh, cool.
Kind of a collar.
Yeah.
No,
Oh, you froze
I'll
up for a
stare
minute.
at it for a week
There you
and
go.
decide.
Yeah, and you're kind of like me. You've got multiple pieces around you that you can keep going back into and developing. So yeah, let it
Yeah.
sit, let it talk to you. And as I've mentioned before, like do one of your cool charcoal drawings of your painting. And maybe that'll help
Yeah.
you with kind of figuring out some of the intention around it, the depth of the body, the background space.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm gonna look at it. Maybe I keep white charcoal over here, and I think I have a piece of black somewhere. If I want to kind of sketch something on top of this, just to look at, what might could be. Does that
What do
make
you
sense?
mean on top of it?
I can when it's dry, I can take charcoal and just kind of
Oh, yes,
sketch
yeah.
in.
That's the beauty of acrylic right there.
Yeah, it won't take long. This area is pretty thick,
Well,
and Holbein acrylics already are very slow drying acrylic, but
Uh,
um,
cool. I like it. It's got a feeling of a dog and a cat. It's
that's true.
wild. It feels wild.
but it's not androgynous. What would that be? It's I forget the word or a word that for it could be one of two animals. uh,
All right, Rose, show us what you got.
Well, I'm still rearranging the composition, and that's all. I'm rearranging it and got a little looser.
Yeah, I like how, yeah, it is starting to feel
Like those branches keep moving over or something.
yeah, the foreground seemed like it got a little bigger. The lake or the
Yes,
water had
I
more space before.
bigger. It's because it's got a spider webs kind of shadows all over this foreground, and I'm going to do that later when it's going to have
Are you gonna,
like spider web crisscross shadows all over here from that tree.
okay.
Goes that
And,
way.
and what about the water? Is the water going to stay that amount of size? Are you going to have it kind of more open and expansive?
No, I moved it over. I made it smaller. It's got to be smaller. The focus has to be like the foreground with all this shadow up here
Okay,
and
good.
the tree. So I want to get that.
Right. So you'll have a lot of tension and a lot of like
Yeah,
back and like kind of push and pull with the shadows, the tree, the
yeah.
other tree, and then that water, is that a lake or is that the ocean?
It's an inlet.
An inlet. So that'll kind of just fade into the background, into the sky.
Yeah.
Very good.
Thank you.
Yeah,
Thank you.
I like your looser marks there. They seem a little more intentional.
Yeah, yeah. I think that I should get looser. I think, and you helped me out with that a lot. Oops, gotta charge my iPad.
Okay. Well, you guys let's keep working for a few more minutes. As you can see here,
Let's see.
yeah, so I added more dark to it, more contrast. It
Right.
feels like he's almost done, so I'm gonna kind of build the background now and kind of have him blend into this kind of ocean space behind him. And I think I'm getting pretty happy with it to let it sit, start to build in that background and move on to some other pieces. So yeah, it feels good. It's nice to spend time on a piece and
That's
not feel rushed with it.
friend. You got him, right? You feel like you're looking at your friend there.
I do feel like I'm looking at my friend there. It's wild. It is for sure.
Thanks.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So Rose, tell me what you got going on for this coming week with your art. What are you gonna do?
I need to catch up and do some work. I've been, not painting that much, preoccupied with my life is a little unstable, and I'm just looking to settle down and live in a more comfortable place and all that. So
Uh-huh.
a lot of obstacles, yeah, right in my way. So I don't get a chance to paint as much as I should and want to. But
Yeah,
it's together eventually. I mean,
yeah, when you are painting, that that does that feel more calm?
I
All the
need
other
to
stuff?
quit more because I was, just preoccupied with survival stuff and all of that. But when I should paint more because it helps me to calm down and feel better.
Good, good. Well, that's a very key thing about making art.
Yeah.
Very
Yeah.
much so. And what about you, Stephen? What do you got going on this week?
Ooh, work.
What, so
That
how you going to integrate your art making into your work in the next week?
plate design. Got new things coming up for the spring menu, so I'll use my creative artistic eye to do some nice plating for photographing for social media.
Is that what you
Cool.
do? Are you a chef?
Uh,
Are you?
yes, ma'am.
I'm a
Yes.
retired chef. That's what I did for 35 years. I'm
Oh
a
yeah, you told me up in New York, I think.
New York, yeah.
Yeah.
Banquet chef at the Plaza. Then I opened a lot of new restaurants all over. I mean, I did that heavy duty chefing all over.
That's hard work.
I miss it. I miss it. I've been retired
Do
for
you?
years, and I miss it. I really miss it.
I could imagine. It's quite the gig.
I love it. I
So
like
how,
it.
so Steve, with both of you being chefs, the aspect of cooking is a very creative aspect. How does it balance with the more free form expressionism of drawing and painting?
Go ahead, Stephen.
I don't know. I get to look at pretty things a lot, making plates.
Well, you actually
Different.
painting, Stephen, when you invent, like you say, menus and plates and the way that's creative process, the same as when
Yeah.
painting.
Yep. Thinking through flavor ideas and
Yeah.
colors. You don't want a whole plate of doo-doo brown. So you got to think about that, and it still has to taste good. A lot of times, customers eat it before they smell it, and definitely before they taste it. So, and I'm right in the thick of it.
So you're right
I
in
got
the,
a meeting with.
what about
I've
your
got a
studio?
meeting.
Are you doing high volume?
Do what?
Are you doing high
Oh yeah.
volume?
Well, I mean, we're small. We're a small restaurant, but we've been there almost 17 years. We can do close to 200 if the sidewalk is
Okay.
open.
Wow.
Yeah. Small kitchen. I think we got 10. Maybe it's 15 kitchen employees.
Yeah, that's about the size I'm used to. Yeah.
Yeah.
I love it. I miss it. I really miss it.
So Stephen, tell us one thing, Stephen, you're going to do artistically outside of the kitchen in your studio in the next week.
I'm gonna work on the on the drafting table. Maybe if I take my phone off my.
That charcoal piece right there.
Yeah. Tripods, while great for keeping a phone stable, not so. Let me flip the camera.
Take it off, move it around. Yeah, there you go. I have a sense that the charcoal work is very freeing for you, like as opposed to like keeping everything as well as you can when you're cooking. Like to jump into something like that with that amount of energy seems like it would feel really good counterbalance.
Yeah, it was probably true. I like the freedom of not knowing what the image ultimately is going to be.
Yeah.
So I get to just make marks, and I tend to think about composition, and I've come up with a new thing. When I'm looking for an image in all the scribble, I tend to look for maybe a face first. Eyes tend to pop out as something I notice.
Yeah.
So then I decided, well, all right, now try and find an animal. And if I don't see an animal, then do I see a figure? If I don't see a figure, do I see a tree or some landscape? And then I even turn it upside down and things like that. But I go through kind of a checklist of subject matter to observe and see if I see something that sparks an interest as something that I could complete.
Cool. That's a good way to go through it. Like you have like a mental checklist.
Yeah. That way, because a lot of times I'll see something and then it gets stuck and I have a hard time unseeing it.
Right.
And that then I don't see other things. And so I forced myself to look for other things. And that has helped a lot.
That's a good way to do it.
Yeah.
And then how about by next week, see if you can find that recipe in that new art book you got for what you were looking for.
All right. I will definitely be doing some reading on that.
Cool.
I'm gonna go back in. I got to go back into the Richard Schmidt book and find out what he was talking about, so I know what to cross-reference looking into the new book.
There you go. Nice.
Yeah.
Excellent.
And it's irks me that I can't find that third book. I think it's up at the house. I'll have to go look.
Yeah.
I was reading it.
Cool. And Rose, if you can, in the WhatsApp group, post the name of that artist that you're referring to and a picture.
Yes,
So everyone else can have some knowledge of who this artist is.
I will do that. He's amazing. Yeah.
Cool. And Stephen, do the same thing with that big textbook you got, if you don't mind.
Okay. I'll do that.
Cool. All right, you guys, post your work, anything you finished today or a process step of where you are. Love to see it. If you didn't notice in the chat, I put that Google review. If you don't mind giving me a review anytime, doesn't really matter. And there's a link to the workshop in April. We'll be back again next Wednesday. Invite your friends. Let's, it's fun. It's fun having you all here. And I really appreciate you guys trusting in me to show up and to make work together and get to know each other. It's good for networking, getting to know other artists around the country.
It's great. It's a great thing to do, Daniel. Thank you.
You're very welcome. Great to see you, Rose. Great to see you, Stephen.
See you, Stephen and Daniel.
See you, Rose.
Yourselves. Bye.